Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Valuing My Toy Collection and value some toys. In today's episode of Valuing My Toy Collection, we're going to some of our favorite places in Vicksburg, Mississippi, starting with the Levee Street Marketplace. This is like a huge flea market right down by the river. A lot of the cruise ships, when they stop, they let their passengers get off and explore this little flea market. But it's a fun place, and I always find some really good deals and some little treasures here. Well, a lot of our little flea markets here in the South are really charming and quaint, and they're just fun places that you get a good feeling in when you walk in. You got to go through every little vendor's booth because you never know what you're going to find. They had the place decorated for Christmas, they were getting ready for Santa, and here you could pick up a lot of presents. Well, if you know me, you know I look for different and unique items and always toys, and I thought this record was just really cool. These people trying to walk up to heaven. When you walk upstairs, they have the stairs decorated with the old little records. That's really cute. They have a lot more vendors upstairs, and I usually find some pretty good deals upstairs too. There's a couple toy vendors up there I really like to check out their booth. Now, this little booth I went to, I love these old paintings. They're like from the 50s, but they were a little bit pricey for me. They were $75 for this set. This booth I always go to, she has these cute little Pink Panther items, and I'm always tempted, but they're a little pricey. This one lady has dolls and all kinds of Barbies in her booth. I always check it out. And even the vendors that aren't necessarily toy vendors will have some toys scattered here and there. This old lamp, I bought one of these for $20 at a thrift store. This one's $85, so I got a good deal on mine. Then they have these Matchbox cars that were different scenes from different TV shows I really like, but they were a little bit pricey and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. So here's what I bought. I got this Tinkerbell doll from Peter Pan. She was priced at $8.50, but I'm going to take her out of the box since I already have one, so she'll still be worth about $20 loose. Got this Rainbow Bright doll. She's worth about $32 on eBay. I always take the lowest price I can find on eBay, and she was $15 here. Then I got these little ornaments to give to some of our pageant moms. They were $8 each. I thought they were really cute. From the movie Rio, here's a little rattle I paid $2 for, worth about $5. And I got this really cool green cross for about $6, and it's worth $15. Well, the next stop was the open market in Vicksburg. This place is humongous, and it's my favorite flea market in Vicksburg. I love to just walk around, spend an hour or two in here, and just see what kind of treasures I can find. And I always find something. I saw these little rocks where they had put little Disney figures on with grass for $5, so I'm probably definitely getting one of those. And then I did not get this time, but I'm really thinking about next time. It's like from the 50s. It's the Bull and the Matador. Really like that, but it's $80. Now, I saw this Black Panther cutout for $12. I'm sure I'm getting that. Now, one thing about a flea market, you really have to look around. Some things you can really get a good deal and a bargain with, and then some things are overpriced, especially a lot of their handmade things. But I do understand it because they have to put a lot of time into creating it and making it, and they want to make some type of profit off of it. But it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a gift, those types of things are perfect. But if you're looking like me for old toys at a good deal that you want to be valued at more than what you spend on, that's when you really have to dig and hunt. This Charlie Brown and Snoopy cookie jar, but it was a little pricey for me today. And I love old lady hats, like from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I'm always a big sucker for those. I want to make some kind of display somewhere in my toy museum using all the old hats I found over the years. They have a lot of artwork that's fun, but like I said, sometimes I'll just take video and pictures of it just to remember it. But I like toys like this one. It was $1, so I picked it up, and I'm picking this one up. It's a little mushroom light that plays the little Mario sound. I could look and look and look for days and just find all kinds of good stuff, but you do have to be selective when you're collecting and pick out the things that will be valued for more than what you paid for it, and that kind of impress people that come into your toy museum so they can kind of spot items that remind them when they were a kid. And I do that for people in their hundreds or in their young years. I just like to have a little bit of all toys, new and old. So I'm going to show you everything I bought at the end of the video and then tell you what I paid for it and what it's actually worth to see if I actually made a profit from my fun day of shopping at the flea markets in Vicksburg. The last place I hit in Vicksburg was a real thrift store. It wasn't a flea market. This was more of a bargain thrift store where you can find really good deals. And they did have a few collectible dolls when I walked in, but I can't get everything. I'm usually a sucker for these little Chinese dolls though, so I'm probably going to pick that one up. When you dig through the stuffed animal bin, most of their animals are $1 and then $2 for the bigger one. They have a wall of $5 bag toys that I really like. You can get one or two items in the bag you want that's worth $5, and then we can always sell the rest in our flea market booth and actually keep what we want and make a profit. Now, I ended my day at Taco Casa, my favorite place in Vicksburg to eat. It's like an upscale fast food place, but it is so good, and it's very limited in our state. Actually, I think Vicksburg and Natchez are the only places I know you can go to a Taco Casa, but I am in heaven when I get to go to Taco Casa. Well, now that I'm home, I'm going to show you everything I got. The first thing I got was this huge wicker well from the 70s. I'm going to use it as a display piece at the toy museum to put stuff in. I spent $45. It's worth $100. Now, here's all the stuff I got at the flea market today. I got a lot, so I'll go fast. I got that green cross for $6, and it's worth about $15. I already had a blue one, so now I have a set. And then I did get the Tinkerbell doll from Peter Pan. She was $8.50, and I'm going to take this one out of the box, so she'll be worth about $20. And I got the Rainbow Bright doll that's worth about $32, and I paid $15 for her. And let's see what else. I got the Rio little rattle for $2. It's worth about $5. I did get the big Black Panther cutout that stands up for $12, and it's worth at least $25. Next up, I got this big fancy Nancy doll for $4, and she's still got her shoes and everything, and she's worth about $35, so I got a really good deal on her. Next up, I didn't know who this was, so I had to look it up, but she's from 1983. She's the Grandma Gray Care Bear. She was $12, and she's worth about $32. Then I got this really cool vintage Smokey the Bear. I loved his hat. It's a hard hat for $6, and he's worth about $20. This vendor was giving everything 75% off, so it was like stealing this stuff. This was 75 cents, worth about $8 for the wooden figures. And this big unicorn, she was 75 cents, and she's worth about $9, but I'm going to sell her at our flea market booth. I'm not going to keep her. Jackie Chan Happy Meal toy is worth about $6. I paid 50 cents for it. The SpongeBob one's 50 cents, worth about $5, and there's another one worth $5. Probably going to sell one or two in the flea market booth because we have so many. There's a wild thornberry one. It's just so much good stuff. I'm going to add it all up at the end because this is a whole lot to keep up with. This little dog here I'll sell at the flea market booth. I ended up spending $30 at her booth alone, but made so much more than that just to resell and to keep. All these Pokemon Happy Meal toys are from the late 90s. And they were 75 cents each, and I did buy all 15. This big bird I'm going to sell at the flea market booth from Angry Birds, it was 50 cents. So I'll make a good profit from our flea market booth, but it's just the fun of it. There's nothing like it when you find stuff that's just so cheap. A lot of stuff you want to keep, like from my personal toy collection. And then knowing, since I do have a flea market booth, I can resell so much and still make a lot of money off of it while I'm actually keeping all the stuff I really want to keep for free because I'm getting money from all this other stuff. It's just a win-win situation and it's so much fun. Honestly, I think if I was a lottery winner, I would still want to go to flea markets and thrift stores and do this kind of thing. It just gives me, I don't know, some type of joy. And I think when I do get to retire from pageants one day, being a pageant director, I would just like to maybe just run a flea market booth and go junk shopping and let it be a hobby and a way to make a little extra money. So all these little items I just went through, I ended up spending about 25 cents, 50 cents, or 12.5 cents. Like, I got so much, and all of that, like I said, I got for $30. I'll try to go through some of this stuff individually. Like this bag I got for 25 cents full of these little pens, and these are American Girl pens, and these are actually worth about $8 each. So I really hit the jackpot on that bag for 25 cents. It probably made like $50. I did get that little shark. That's pretty cool for $1. He's worth about $5. I got the little mushroom light that's worth about $12 and it costs $4. I got this little bunny on a rocking chair for $1 and he's worth about $5. He's vintage from the 80s, I believe. Got this Smurfette for $3 and she's worth about $10. Still has her little dress on. And then I got that little Snow White figure on the rock, probably worth about $6. Really cute though. Then I got this whole little bag of dolls here. This was a good deal. I think I paid $2 for this whole bag. And when you pour it out and value it individually, like I'll probably sell this one at our flea market booth for like $1. I'm not sure who she is. And then a Shopkins doll, she's worth about $5 on her own. A little Playmobil figure worth about $3. A troll worth $1, a LOL doll worth about $4, and then a couple Kelly dolls that are worth about $3 each. So that was a lot of bang for your buck for a $2 bag of dolls. Now here are all of those Pokemons in the bag I was telling you about. It's 15, and I did open them. I know people are going to cringe, but I wanted to see what they were and what they were worth. But like that turtle was $8 and some are $9 and $10 and $7 and $10 and $12. I just looked them all up individually and they were pretty valuable because they're like 25 years old and a lot of people do collect Pokemon. So then I got a couple more things. I got this little cat mermaid. I'm going to clean it up and sell it at the flea market. It was $1 and I'll sell it for about $5. And this big Curious George plush, it's vintage. I paid $2 and it's worth about $20. And then the little Country Bear plush, she's worth about $12. And then the Paddington Bear plush, still with the tag on, he's worth about $13. And then we have the Vampirina Wolfie Dog plush, he's worth about $10. And I knew I was getting this one, the little Tyson chicken for $1. He's worth about $10. He's pretty collectible. And then I got a little Hawaiian doll. She's worth about $10 according to eBay. I got the little Chinese doll for $3. She's worth about $8. And I got these ceramic ladies for $3, and they're worth about $15. And I got this big one. She was $6, and she's worth about $20. All right, then I got this Disney shark from Finding Nemo, worth about $20. And then I got this little cloud plush with crown on that I'll hang up somewhere in the toy museum, worth about $10. Got this flamingo that needs some batteries. Probably going to sell that one at the flea market booth for like $6 or $7. Then here's my big bag of toys I got for $5. I love their bag deals, but a lot of this stuff I'm going to sell. This is what I wanted, though. It's the student driver car from, I think, like Texaco. It's worth about $12. And then I'll keep the little Fisher-Price car. It's worth about $4. And then I'll keep the mini phone. And the mini phone's worth about $15. And the rest of the stuff in the bag I'll probably sell at our booth like that I'll just throw in a bag somewhere. These little guys were starting out at $3 each, so I'll probably put those in a bag together for $3. Sell many for about $5 at the flea market booth. Put the little baby dolls in a bag for $1 or $2. Has a little working flushing toilet. Probably could sell that for $3 at the flea market booth. And then this big baby toy for about $5. So I did really good with that bag deal. Now, with our previous 290 videos of value in my toy collection, our toys were worth $798,395. And then we get to add our total from this video we just made to see what our grand total will be at the end. Now, remember, in this video, going to the flea markets and the thrift store, I spent a total of $218. And when I value everything up, it comes out to be $813. So that's a $595 profit I made for my toy collection. And as a bonus, all the stuff I'm not going to keep, I'm going to make another $80 for selling at our flea market. So it's definitely a win-win situation. So our grand total for this episode 291 of value in my toy collection is a big old whopping $799,208. How impressive is that? Now, guys, remember, I am no millionaire. I've just been collecting toys all my life, going to thrift stores, flea markets, garage sales, toy stores, looking online, wherever I could find a toy, and it's just accumulated to this big old total. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm enjoying making these videos of buying toys, seeing what I have and seeing what they're worth. And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed when I get done, my collection is worth $1 million. That would be so cool to say I have $1 million toy collection. And if you want to see the toys up close, I'll also try to put them on Facebook under the Toy Vault of Mississippi. So until the next video, we will see you then, and you guys have a fantastic week.